name is Jason, and welcome to the $10,000 EIDL grant breaking news. It is Tuesday, September the 15th, 2020. You're going to want to give this video a huge thumbs up. Hashtag EIDL with all your comments below. Before you share this video, listen to my instructions, and if you're new to the channel, you're going to want to subscribe and hit that bell. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a bill coming out of the House that's absolutely monstrous in terms of a compromise. There's $290 billion of stimulus in there for small business owners. We don't know the exact breakdown yet, and I'm going to go over it in a second, between PPP and EIDL, but it's more than they were asking for in the last bill on PPP, so I have to believe that some or all of the $180 billion, $80 billion for the grant, $100 billion for the loan, which is called for in SDOT 4227, is in there. So pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. First, I need you once again. You got to like this video if you want your money. We are so close to getting everybody their money. You're about to find out what I'm talking about. You need to give this video a thumbs up. In the description when you share it on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and it's very important that you share it right now, in all caps, I want my $10,000 EIDL grant, exclamation, hashtag EIDL, or I need my $10,000 EIDL grant, exclamation point, hashtag EIDL. Don't forget the hashtag EIDL. I can't put it, because that's how we do the retweets. I can't put it in the subject line. As I mentioned 2 weeks ago, YouTube is censoring our videos for about 5 weeks now. Anytime I mention the president, a politician, or the 2 videos I did, I want my $10,000 EIDL grant, they strip us of our hashtags and they hide our videos in search. I complained about it. They brought them back, but they still screwed us on the hashtags. So I can't put it in the subject line anymore. That's why I'm doing breaking news about this new bill. But I need you to share it right now before I tell you what it is. In the subject or in the description, all caps, just like we did last month, I want or I need my $10,000 EIDL grant, exclamation, hashtag EIDL. Do that right now. Write that in the description. Share the video along with the description and the hashtag EIDL. Put it everywhere. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, any place that'll take a fucking share, because we have some big news. There is a bill being put forth. I'm going to share one of many articles. It's breaking here in the last 7 or 8 hours. This is a coronavirus stimulus bipartisan caucus. I'm reading off my laptop. Unveils new $1.5 trillion proposal, including checks and extra unemployment benefits up to $600 in an attempt to break the gridlock. Allow me to please scan down. There's a bipartisan group led by Josh Gottmeyer of New Jersey and of my home state, Tom Reed, a Republican. There are about 50 bipartisan members of the House, both Democrats, Independents, and Republicans. They're called the Problem Solvers Caucus, and there's supposed to be an official bill out in the next 12 to 24 hours that breaks down $1.523 trillion of new bill in terms of the stimulus. But allow me to real quick go over it. It starts off, for example, at an extra $450 a week on the unemployment. And it scales in the final 6 weeks of the year up to $600, which is a hell of a lot better than right now. You remember a few days ago, Mitch McConnell put forward his absolutely fucking pathetic $500 billion stimulus skinny bill. It didn't have the $1,200 stimulus check. This does. So you get between $450 and up to $600 of unemployment benefits. You get the $1,200 stimulus check, an extra $500, I believe I saw here, yes, for any dependent. So if you got 4 kids, you'll get an extra $2,000 on top of the $1,200. There's about $150 billion for hospitals. There's another $500 billion to the states. Now, this is important. The Republicans, through Steve Mnuchin, did say they were willing to compromise. But back in May, Nancy Pelosi, a very savvy negotiator, even if you hate her guts, asked for $1 trillion to bail out mostly blue states that have been mismanaged for many, many years, if not decades. The reality, however, is legitimate states, both independent, Democrat, and Republican, have been adversely affected by Corona. There's been a massive drop in tax revenue. This bill, which is an attempted compromise, and again, it's 50 members of the House, the Problem Solvers Caucus, evenly divided between Democrats, Independents, and Republicans. This gives $500 billion to the states. So she asked for $1 trillion. Mitch said, F you, we're not giving you any. This is an attempt to go in the middle. If you go down this, and again, I'll pin it in the top comment, it's basically a compromise about halfway with everything that both sides on some level or another want to do. So I strongly believe The more I read into this, the news that's been out, shout out to Rod Squad. God bless him and all the efforts. He was the first one to talk about this earlier this morning. As soon as they come out with the guts of the bill, I believe he said he will be back. So Rod's going to do his second or third video of the day. I encourage everyone who watches and subscribes to this channel to hit your wagon to Rod. He's a tremendous guy. He really cares about the small business owner. Ladies and gentlemen, I once again will pin this. This is a compromise. 1.523 trillion. It scales up to 2 trillion, another 400 billion if the economy goes south in the first quarter of next year. It's $1,200 of stimulus. It starts at 450 on the unemployment, scales to 600, basically back where it was. It's an extra $500 for every dependent. There's a couple $100 billion for hospitals. There's $500 billion to the states. And most importantly, in terms of this channel, there's $290 billion of stimulus for small business. It doesn't break down for EIDL or PPP. But again, as I said a minute ago, that $290 billion is more than they were asking for in the last stimulus bill in terms of PPP. So there's definitely some EIDL in here. And as far as I'm concerned, because the SBA has, as of this morning, $136 billion or thereabouts of unspent EIDL loan money, give us the $80 billion for the grant so that everybody watching can get the full $10,000 of cash advance in full. One more time, please, thumbs up. This is fantastic news. Share this video with I want or I need my $10,000 EIDL grant, all caps, exclamation, hashtag EIDL. I love you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon.